continue with our discussions. So with Golgi Complex, or also known as Golgi apparatus or Golgi body, connect and communicates with ER. So usually it has membranous sacs completes of transformation of newly synthesized proteins into mature functional ones, packages them into small membrane enclosed vesicles for storage within the cells or exports the cells. So as what we have discussed in biochemistry, usually the functions of this Golgi apparatus, they functions for protein sorting, protein arrangement, packaging, and protein maturity. And then the protein, the matured protein is released and carried out by vesicle to be supplied to the cell membrane, because the cell membrane needs more proteins because they are the one that protects the structure of the entire cells. Another one, we have the plastids. So plastids, usually they are found at RK or in different bacteria. So membrane bound structures containing various photosynthetic pigments, usually found in different plants, and contains mitochondria. Usually plastids, they have thicaloid. So the stack of the disc known as thicaloid will form stacks of grana. Usually grana or granum, this part of the chloroplast reacts with light during photosynthesis process, the grana or the granum. Okay, so try to review your botany about this one also. Next, we have the cell wall. So cell wall structures, it has a rigidity, shape, and protection. So usually it contains different cellulose, pectin, chitin, and salt materials, and usually it has a polysaccharide. Okay, cell walls of algae. So the polysaccharide there is the cellulose. Fungi polysaccharide is known to be the chitin. Chitin also found in the different exoskeletons of insects, and beetles and crabs. So usually chitin yan. That is a polysaccharide also. Okay, so this is the structure of the cell wall. Okay, so cell wall is in the uppermost layer of the plasma membrane. So we have the middle lamella for plant cell wall, and we have the primary cell wall, and followed by the cell membrane. Next, flagella or cilia. So this one are locomotive structures. Okay, flagella and cilia possess relatively long, thin structures. So cells are said to be flagellated or motile. So flagellated producers are called flagellates. Okay, used for locomotion, usually for swimming through liquid environment. So we have here the flagella. Okay, example yan in your biology subject. Okay, you have your euglena. Okay, and this one are considered to be cilia. The common in your high school, I hope you remember the paramecium. Okay, these are organisms usually found at the ponds or in the canals. Okay, cilia also organelles or locomotion, shorter, thinner, and more numerous than flagella. So found in different protozoans known as ciliates or class Ciliata, and tend to beat with coordinated rhythmic movement. So if you try to see the caterpillar, so parang ganun ang movement ng what you call this one, the cilia, that is used by protozoans for locomotions. Next, prokaryotic cell walls, they are 10 times smaller than eukaryotic cells. So this one for bacterial cells, so they have also cell walls. Okay, so kanina pala to correct, that is a plant cell wall, this one is bacterial. Okay, try to see, this is the genetic or the nucleoid or the genetic material of the what you call this one, the bacterial cells. Okay, so the E. coli, so with size of 2 to 3 micrometer long, they are prokaryotic reduction by binary fission. Okay, so later we'll discuss about what is the process of binary fissions, how bacteria multiplied. All bacteria are prokaryotes, and as are the RK. Cytoplasm is not filled by internal membranes. Usually walang internal membranes, cytoplasm. So usually it is a nucleoid, some ribosomes that is present. Unlike po eukaryotic cells that it has lot of organelles that is present. Next, we have the cell membrane again of the prokaryotic. So enclosing the cell, it has a cell membrane of prokaryotic cells. It's almost the same as the cell membrane of the eukaryotic cells. So many enzymes attached to the cell membrane. So inward foldings of the cell membrane called mesosomes. So inward, this is the plasma membrane of cell membrane. Inward folding, that is mesosomes. These are used for respiratory purposes or respiration that takes place in the bacteria. Para bagang siya yung lungs ng bacteria, yung mesosomes. Okay?